Welcome to PropTech Buzz. I am your host Olivia Rizvi. Today we will be discussing the future of facility management in India with Mr. Sathish Alahari, Head of Specialist Group at Embassy Services. A dynamic technology leader with over 32 years of experience in facility management, at Embassy Services, Satish heads a group of SMEs assisting pan India clients with new technology and automation initiatives for both soft and tech services. One of his key milestones at ESPL has been launching the Energy Management System platform. We're very happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey.
Yeah, so I'm basically a mechanical engineer. I started my career with manufacturing industry actually way back in 90s, where I have a chance to go through different phases of technology evolution especially in the manufacturing sector. So when I was working there initially, when India was not open, so for different kinds of technologies, we were doing a very basic. You can say very old kind of technology. So once we started opening up the country as liberalization happened, so things started moving and we had started we access to different kinds of technology. So I was going through this phase of technology evaluation in manufacturing, and then later once I nearly worked about 20 years in manufacturing sector. Then I moved on to sustainability and energy management ESG with a company which is basically converting most of the commercial buildings as well as factories into more advanced sustainable hubs. So where I had an opportunity to gain knowledge on technology related to facility management, and then I started my journey with facility management in embassy services in 2022.
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit about embassy services and what is facility management entirely?
So embassy management, ESPL belongs to Embassy Group, which is a one of the major real estate company in the country. And ESPL is started way back in 2006. Now across India, we are maintaining about 15 IT parks, belongs to Embassy REIT, and also we maintain one of the major technology company. Also, there almost 17 of their sites we manage, and then we also manage a lot of other sectors like retail, like schools, like you can name it. We are in everywhere. We are into factories, we are into warehouses. So almost 150 million square feet of space we manage across the country, spanning over 11 to 12 states.
Wow. Wow. And can you tell us a little bit about what is facility management?
So
How do
facility
you?
management is basically maintaining a commercial or a residential building as per the requirement of the client. So, for example, if we have a IT park, for example, where we have in Bangalore, we have a massive IT park, which is one of the biggest in the country, which is called Embassy Manyata Tech Park. So we have about 24 towers here, and there are multiple clients, and then each client will have their own requirements. Each clients have their own timings, because these all technology companies, they work in round the clock, they support across the globe. So what we do is we do maintain their offices as per their standard operating requirements. We do maintain not only the soft services part of it, like maintain soft service in the sense cleaning of their office spaces, maintaining their washrooms, maintaining their cafeterias, etc. And also and the back end where you have a technical support, which is mostly air conditioning, power supply, uninterrupted networking, and apart from this, we also have to make sure this maintenance is done within a good sustainable sources. So sustainable in the means we cannot waste energy. We have to optimize energy. We have to make sure we use green chemicals so that the facilities are as per the client's requirements. So by doing this, we also help the clients to maintain very good workspace, in turn, which will increase their productivity of their employees.
All right. Okay. That's actually very. It's a very complex
Yeah,
business.
it is actually, it is not, we are only talking about commercial here, but it's the same happens even the residential also, because nowadays you see a lot of residential properties which are gated communities and thousands of flats being built. So there are a lot of things goes behind the scene. Actually, you don't see, you only see the people cleaning around, but a lot of things happens backside. You have to ensure there is no interruption for water or any other utilities, for example, electricity, all those things, and then maintain their facilities and make it safe for people to live.
All right. So actually, it sounds like this industry is perpetually growing, right? Because people's
It is
needs will
growing
keep
now, yes. It is growing.
changing. And all right. So my next question then would be, how do you see facility management playing a pivotal role in nurturing the growth and
Yeah.
success of the Indian technological industry?
So here we can talk about a couple of points. So the basic first main point of this here this question is, I can say, enhancing the productivity. How do you enhance the productivity of an employee? For example, a technical technology company which we are maintaining. So if you want to support them with a good what you can say office spaces, by providing well maintained and efficient workspaces, what FM does is it gives a good focus so that the employee is not disturbed, and then he
Okay.
concentrates on his work, and then his infrastructure issues will not disturb him, which will lead to good productivity. And then second most important for technology company is the maintaining the technical infrastructures, like server rooms. Maintaining server rooms will have their own requirements. Uninterrupted power supply is required, and also you will have to maintain their network connectivity. We will have to maintain their temperature in their server rooms, which is very important. And the next point we can talk about is connectivity.
Okay.
Internet is a backbone for them, so we will have to make sure high speed internet available to them at all the time. And
Okay.
another thing in this part of it, I can say, is compliance and safety. We will have to make sure the employees feel secured when they're working, and facility management ensures that building and workspaces comply with the regulatory standards. Regulatory standards means the whatever standards set by the governments and regulatory bodies have to be in place. For example, fire systems are in place, like many other things which forms the compliance of the building. And then the third and the most the last but not the least, you can say, is the sustainability, because nowadays sustainability is very important in any activity, not only facility management, anything. So you all everybody must be knowing that. So implementing a
Yes.
good sustainable practice in FM is very important, which includes energy management and then water management. Under energy management, we'll have to make sure that we optimize the energy usage in that particular facility. And similarly for water, how we will do the recycling of the water, how we will reduce the consumption, how we will how we will help the particular site to use and the recycle the water, so that the water wastage can be reduced.
All
So these
right.
are the points are very important to keep in mind when we are coming talking about those particular things.
So, in a way, y'all are providing companies, commercial and residential estates with the entire infrastructure that they require to run their daily,
Yeah,
day-to-day activities. That's
right.
pretty very complicated, but quite incredible.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my next question is, which automation and AI advancements have made an impact in facility management?
Yeah. So here we can talk of a lot of things, especially when we come to automation and AI advancements. They have significantly impacted the facility management by improving the efficiency, I can say. And also, at the same time, it reduces the cost, and also enhances overall management of the facilities, so that we can optimize the cost of management of that particular facility. In this, we can discuss about certain things like smart building management. In under
Okay.
smart building management, we have building management system which is called BMS. And then BMS is a system which controls the entire technical systems within a facility, like your air conditioning, like our generators, like the lifts, and lighting. All those things are controlled from a BMS, where the BMS system is connected to all these system. When the building is built, when the infrastructure is created, that time itself they do all those things. So this BMS is a very important technological advancements, so that it helps the facility manager to take care of all those major things sitting in one single room on his laptop. And then here again comes the latest advancement is IoT sensors. So as the facility management, you can say, is little bit back compared to other industries when adopting these kind of advanced technologies, but we are catching up. And IoT sensors are those things. These sensors monitor and give a feedback to the facility systems, where you can see the real-time data of the so many systems. Like for example, what is the temperature to be maintained at particular server room. So the temperature has to be in that server room to be maintained, because that at that particular temperature only the server gives its best performance. So when we have an IoT controlled server room, the temperature never goes even plus or minus 1 degrees in that particular room. So this is one of the major advantage of this thing. And then secondly, we can talk about predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance is something which in advance predict the failure of a certain equipment. So by using
Okay.
advanced AI algorithms, because these particular sensors, whatever we keep on, we integrate into the system or an equipment, what it does is it continuously keeps giving the data to the system. So
Okay.
with AI advancements, what has happened is this AI analyzes these data non-stop, continuously. It keeps on monitoring, and then whenever there is a change, or uh, a particular system is gives a signal for abnormality, immediately it will alert, so that the particular facility manager or a technical manager can take action based on that particular input before a major failure can occur. So this also reduces lot of
Okay.
downtime of equipment, so that even before the equipment fail. For example, an air conditioner in a facility management in an IT office is a very important thing. The temperature
Yes.
goes up, so my chiller in the background, I'm continuously monitoring using advanced AI technology. So the chiller, if
Yes.
it's giving me a signal saying that there is a likelihood of a failure, so immediately I can plan the maintenance and then schedule the maintenance, and even before it fails, we can take a call and then do the required maintenance of it. And then another important point here we can discuss about is energy management. Energy
Yes.
management is very important in facility management, because the cost involved for maintaining such a building or a facility or IT park is very huge. So
Yes.
here, optimizing the energy is very important. So what
Yes.
we have, for example, like each and every energy meter in each floor is connected to through IoT sensor to BMS room. Here,
Okay.
this IoT sensors gives you the feedback how much energy is consumed on particular day, and continuously there will be graphs generated showing that this is so. For example, in our office, what we have is when we morning we start, the energy consumption will be little low, and slowly as the day passes and more people comes, AC starts increasing the power, and then energy consumption goes up.
Yes.
So what I can do is I can monitor the energy consumption real time, and uh, then there could be a chance where there are very less number of people in the office, still my energy consumption is more. So it which will give an alert to the facility management or the technician, saying that there are number of people are less, but the consumption is going up. So in turn, he will go and switch off, whichever he can reduce the number of air conditioners running, and all those things can be done. So this is one important thing. And at the same time, renewable energy like solar or wind energy can be integrated into this. Integration of the renewable energy is such as solar can be integrated into our consumption, so that
Okay.
we will reduce the carbon generation by reducing the thermal power energy. That is one more point. And another important point here we can discuss about is space management. So for example, an office has got say 1,000 spaces, and then there are 1,200 people working for that facility. So how do I manage those spaces effectively and optimize the space? So each space will have an IoT sensor which detects the space is occupied or not occupied. So for an employee when he's coming into the office, especially in this hybrid system, so people are working few days, so that we have to ensure that space is not left idle, so that the person who is before he start from his home, he can see the map of office on his mobile app, and then select what time to what time he need a space. So like that, multiple people will select. So this advanced AI technology, what will do, based on that number of people and the availability as well, it's calculate and it allots the spaces to different people at different timing, so that my space is optimized and then I'm not wasting my space. So that is very one important scheduling is a very important part of it. And then one more thing we can discuss here is about security and surveillance. So
Yes.
most of the IT companies, they working round the clock because they support global operations across these things, and security is very important. So most of these nowadays we have all these cameras which are AI powered. So AI powered cameras, what he will do, it will be continuously monitoring a particular area. If there is any potential the movement which is unusual movements are there, potentially it can cause a problem. It will detect that this thing and send an alert to the security manager. So security manager can send a security guard or somebody there, and then based on that they can take appropriate action so that employees are safe. And another important in this also security, you can see the access controls. Access controls are nowadays based on biometric or face reading. The door will never open unless you put your biometric fingertip, or if it is a facial recognition, it will, unless it recognizes face, it will not allow you to go to that particular space, so that it is secure. Because the IT industry, there are different clients who will have very secured environment is required, where research and development is going on and all those things. So only the particular persons who are authorized to enter those areas only can be entered, can be allowed to enter. So this is the advancement of using AI cameras. We can do this. And then comes to the cleaning of the office spaces. So normally office spaces are cleaned when there is no people working there, and also when there is a holiday they do the deep cleaning. And in this scenario it becomes somewhat difficult for the manager to maintain the schedule of cleaning. So instead of this, nowadays the new technology has emerged where robotic systems are involved. So autonomous robots perform routine cleaning tasks. Like you just leave the robot, even people are working, it will do its work and just clean the carpet and then go back to this. So this kind of advancements are also have come. And again, another important aspect in waste management, reducing the management, sorting out, automating the waste management, sorting out is very important here also. And then smart waste bins are also have come into availability, where if the bin is getting filled, the sensor senses this particular bin is full, and then it will give a signal to the concerned person or a supervisor, saying that the bin is full, so that they can replace with another bin. And then these are the advantages of using technology with which is coupled with AI in the facility management space. And also here, one more thing I think I forgot to tell is indoor air quality. So when we have so many people working in an office, the air circulation continuously, the same air keep on circulation, the carbon dioxide and ppm and other things starts going up. So here what you need to take fresh air into the system, so that the carbon dioxide levels are within the limits prescribed. So in this here, what advanced technology does is it will continuously, the sensor is monitoring your carbon dioxide level. Once it started going up, as the office spaces gets crowded and crowded, day passes, then naturally the CO2 levels and ppm levels start going up. So this gives an indication to air handling units to take more in fresh air from outside. So of course, if the
Okay.
air is filtered and taken it, so this automates the intake of air from outside atmosphere. So your oxygen levels are maintained and carbon dioxide levels are always within the limits. So this is one of the major advantage of particular technology in facility management. So these are all the advantages which we are really started using in India for improving the quality of facilities inside office spaces.
So this is actually quite interesting because every time we go to one of these places, I mean, you just take it for granted that it's running, but I've never actually thought that this is
Yeah,
how well y'all are moving towards perpetually like surveilling and making sure everything is running from time to time, and also moving towards efficiency and reducing your carbon footprint at the same time. So it's
right.
very, it's it, there is a lot going on, and to stay on top of each of these
Yeah,
things all the time, and to in be intuitive that a problem is going to occur, and before it occurs, finding a solution and solving it, and making sure the entire enterprise is running um,
yeah, right,
efficiently. It's really difficult, but it's amazing how y'all are doing this. It
right.
really is. Okay, so my next question then would be, let talk a little more about smart building technologies and how that enhances system monitoring and control at embassy services.
So, smart building technology, like what already we have discussed, most of these, the major technology nowadays, what we are implementing is Internet of Things, IoT based technologies, wherein, like already explained, what we do is we manage a lot of parameters inside a facility like temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide, energy, water consumption, all those things. So what we do is we once we have a facility, we take over the facility, we do the audit for the facility, and then we do the required we propose to the client the required sensors which are required to be placed, and then they, depending on the costing, they approve, and then we will install all those sensors, and then we will in turns will turn this facility into a smart building facility, whereby, like we discussed earlier question, all automation is brought into picture. So here, the advantage for the client is his costs are reduced, his employee productivity is improved, and then a healthy atmosphere is maintained inside. And then most of the time, office is maintained with a required parameters, so that the man can, the person, whoever is working, he will feel that at home, you can say, so that his mind is concentrated on the work without any disturbance.
Okay. So y'all have now developed an app called Embassy 360. How has that transformed facility management operations?
Embassy 360 is an app which we developed way back, maybe a decade ago. Since then, we are using it. So this app we provide to whichever facility we have taken. We provide this app to all those employees, and then this app there is a QR code which this app is used with. The QR code is pasted on the workstation. Whenever an employee want to has an issue or raise a ticket, he will just open his mobile and scan this QR code and enter his details and the desk number and all those things. What is the problem? He will select from the drop down menu, and then he will submit. And the moment he submit, it goes to a particular supervisor. There are different levels of supervisors, starting from L1 to L4. So it goes to the first supervisor. So and so, for example, we can say there is a coffee spillage on a desk. So he will just ask the supervisor, they raise a ticket, immediately it goes to L1, this thing, and then he will see on his mobile there is a requirement. So immediately he will rush a janitor or a cleaning person to clean his particular office. So this will, in sense, in the way, it will improve, reduce the time to take an action, and also the data which we are building using these tickets raised day in day out continuously people are raising. Based on that, we can foresee the circumstances where we can do a proactive maintenance. So this helps us. We will have a complete data of the facility uh, in our reports, and then analytics shows us which tickets are coming more. For example, there is an issue with washroom plumbing system. So the number of ticket, the more the number of tickets, so then we will predictively say that there is a plumbing system is getting old, and then we will have to enhance it. So this is how this particular app has helped us to over the years. To facilitate good services to the clients.
So this is actually leading me into what was my next question, which was predictive maintenance that you all follow in facility management at Embassy Services. So how have you all leveraged that approach to make sure the efficiency of your company is being optimized?
So predictive maintenance is nothing but to advancedly predict a particular failure. So like earlier we have discussed, so this is again IoT. Most of the predictive maintenances are either through AI enabled apps or through IoT sensor. In AI
Okay.
enabled apps, what happens based on our regular ticketing, raises the tickets and all those things, the failures and the requirements of the particular enhancements, it will be predicted by the advanced AI logarithm, and then it will give us an output where we can study that particular issue is repetitive or non-repetitive, and based on that, it will take the action. This goes mostly into the soft services side of it. And when it comes to technical services like air conditioning, uninterrupted power supply, and quality of the air inside, indoor air qualities, and all those things, the
Yes.
IoT comes in pictures. So when we have these IoT sensors placed across the facility, so it gives us a continuous data because it's a real-time data. It is non-stop, 24/7. It is maintained. It is monitoring our systems, and it is monitoring the air quality. It is monitoring the energy consumption. So what it does is it will continuously monitor if there is any abnormality seen in the system. It will raise on its own. It will raise a ticket, which will go to the particular technician. For example, the temperature in this particular room, I want to maintain at 22 degrees centigrade. So the temperature depends on the ambient conditions as well as the condition of my equipment. It might change plus or two minus. So I will just give a leverage of like plus or minus 1 degree or 2 degree in that. If any at particular point of time, if that crosses, then an immediate alert will be generated, and based on that, the technician will take an action to reduce the temperature or maintain it in an optimum level. And at the same time, it will help to optimize the energy also. So
So
that is how
you
we at Embassy we do the predictive maintenance.
So you mentioned Internet of Things, IoT, and
Yeah,
you all also actively use it in real time for predictive maintenance.
right.
So could you tell us more about IoT and its role in promoting sustainable practices within facility management?
So what an IoT does is it basically you can real time monitoring. It monitors any parameter like your indoor air quality, starting from energy, water, and whatever it is. So it optimizes the optimizes the particular usage of, for example, you talk about electricity. So once we optimize the electricity, we will come to know this is so many square feet of facility is this. So the optimum energy utilization for this particular should be this much. So what we do is when we are continuously maintaining and monitoring this energy consumption, at any point of time, if there is a spike in energy consumption, immediate appropriate action will be taken. So when we maintaining this energy consumption at optimal level, what happens is in turn it reduces my carbon footprint. So your energy consumption is less, it automatically reduces the carbon footprint. And at the same time, if you discuss about water is very precious. So water using fresh water for flush is really a waste. So most of the facilities nowadays they have STPs, sewage treatment plants. So this we will have to ensure that wherever is water is not coming in direct human touch, we can STP treated water, and this water quality is also maintained. And then these STPs are also integrated with IoT sensors. And nowadays, in fact, regulations have come in wherein all STPs have to be connected to the servers of a pollution control board. So
Okay.
where they also will be continuously monitoring the quality of water. So most of the, for example, in Manyata Tech Park, most of our STPs are connected to Karnataka Pollution Control Board. So if there is any, they also their end servers also will be monitoring if this water quality is within the permissible limit or not. Though they are used mostly for flushing and gardening, so they still need to maintain that quality. And similarly, for human consumption, most of the facilities have water treatment or WTPs are there. So WTPs also help us to maintain that level of TDS and other required salts in the water. Where by doing this, so these are all sustainable practices. So slowly, these things will in turn will improve the overall sustainability of a particular facility. And again, one more important thing is waste generation and waste management. So, for example, we have 100 people working in a facility. They do consume a lot of food and other things. So, there a lot of wastage comes. So, we segregate waste from recyclable wastage, and to organic waste. All the organic wastage goes into become vermicompost. So there are OWCs across the facilities which they convert into compost, and then this compost is again used in the garden. So your waste to the municipalities is minimized. It's where you go and dump it, and then recycle the plastic items, and what your paper and all other things are again sent to the recycling facilities. And also we have also tied up with some uh, NGOs where they take these wastes, and also they develop some sustainable products like pen stands and other trays and all, which can be reused.
Okay.
So like in the end, I can say it is more or less the sustainability is given a very importance in maintaining a facility.
Okay. So uh, y'all are actually working not only constantly to give the maximum output for like the most optimum efficiency provided and reducing your carbon footprint at the same time, also at the same time y'all are into waste management, y'all are
Right,
managing waste,
right,
y'all are also make aware that y'all are creating compost on the facility and then reusing it in the facilities. So
right.
that is that is actually a very like complex number of things that you know that are available to you, and you're like integrating it, so it's like you're building a sort of ecosystem then
Right, right,
in wow. Okay.
right.
Actually never thought that there
Yeah,
is so much
many
thought that
people who
goes.
just see from the outside, they don't realize so many things are happening behind the scenes, actually.
Yeah, I have never actually I've gone to an IT park, but I've never realized that. Wow, oh, there is so much thought into and planned to the T, right? And it's
Right,
constantly being planned to the T.
right.
Okay, so moving from there, let us discuss. So you all use a tool called eSpectrum. Can
Yeah,
you tell us about that and tell us how you integrate that into facility management functions and how it enhances your decision making?
yeah. So we have developed a platform called eSpectrum. eSpectrum is nothing but it is consists of different modules which are used in the maintaining the facility. So basically, it has got systems like help desk ticket, which we have already discussed earlier, wherein the employee will raise a ticket when he has got a request. So there is no need of any paper or a logbook or anything. And then second important thing is digital logbook. This is another module. Digital logbook, what it does is, it is if you might have observed in earlier days, if you go to a facility, a washroom or something, behind the door there will be a paper stick on that. So there, whatever time they have completed, they used to tick. So those paperwork we have removed. and then we have digitalized that practice, wherein an app, particular facility executive or supervisor, a particular, say for example, you need to clean washroom every 1 hour. So 1 hour it is cleaned or not cleaned has to be mentioned on an app. So this app, what it facilitates is, it you can a person can take a picture before he cleans and then upload it, and then once he clean and everything is kept, and there are so many things, checklists are there, whether tissue box is there, whether water dispenser is there, whether soap dispenser is available, the bag inside the dustbin is full or not. All those things will be checked and then marked in this particular tool. So these are all digitalized. So there's no paperwork in it. And similarly, in technical side, if they go, if particular each and every systems like UPS or something will have to monitor every what is the voltage, output, input, and all those parameters, they can digitally capture, and then this thing. This is called digital logbook. And another important is inventory management. Inventory management is nothing but all the inventory ranging from our chemicals we use for cleaning facility, within the facility, what all the chemicals you use, what are the brushes and other things which are used to maintain the inventory of it. And also you can also say that, for example, in pantry, how much milk is there, how much this. So these are all maintained digitally. That is the inventory management. And then one more important tool in this particular platform is visitor management. Visitor management, earlier days when we used to go to an office, so we used to have write and then tell the person, then the security or the receptionist type all your details, and then we'll print a badge and give it to you. So now we have done away with this. What you can do is we place a QR code on our reception or a facility reception. So any person coming on that particular place, you want to visit somebody, he will scan a QR code and fill the form, and then he will submit, and automatically it will go to the receptionist. If he can approve it, he will approve himself, or it will go to a person if he's whom he came to visit. So once he approves that one, and a digital pass is sent to his mobile. So that digital pass, when he go and show to the access control scan at the access control system, it will open the door so that the visitor can go. So this is one more tool. And similarly, there are another many to another 4, 5, 6 where tools where we call it work permit. If some works have to be done inside the facility, those details also can be done in a digital way. And another most important, one more important tool is called incident management. If, for example, any incident happens within the facility, that incident is digitally captured, and then all the details of that particular incident is recorded in this app, and then pictures are captured inside this. And also in that, what is the root cause, RCA, root cause analysis also is done here and then mentioned in this. So all those incidents happened in that particular facilities are digitally recorded along with the actions taken, so that these particular kind of incidents do not happen in multiple times, which is also a safety concern. So these are the tools which we have in that platform. One more tool, if I miss, that is feedback from the employees, which is very important. So the employees scan his QR code and again again give a facility management how well it is maintained. There are certain questions whether the workspace is maintained clean, your network is maintained well, your electricity. All those questions are asked in this. You will give the rating. If there is any rating which is below good, then automatically a ticket is raised to the facility manager. So these are all the spectrum of tools. This is a single sign-on tool where one can log into a particular the single platform and then use all these facilities. These tools are mostly for facility management staff, both of facility management company as well as the client side facility management. So this helps to do this helped us to do away with a lot of uh, paperwork, and then rigorous checking is taking place, and everything is digitally monitored. This is about e-spectrum.
So, what I understand from this is that basically y'all are constantly using the information y'all receive from all your tools and apps, from your employees, from your systems, and y'all are constantly studying it and becoming efficient. So, y'all are actually, although embassy services is one of the most established services in currently in India right now, but y'all are still constantly growing
Yeah,
and
evolve.
becoming efficient.
Right. That's
That
right.
is actually very commendable. It genuinely is very commendable. It really puts um, focus on how like technology is now integrating into like everything, and it just is constantly growing, so it's very
Right.
incredible. So my next question is, you have like, as much as you've talked about technology in this industry, you've also been mentioning how important it is for you all with all your renewable initiatives that you all have going right now. So, tell us about some of the strategies that ESPL employs to ensure sustainable practices in facility management, particularly regarding energy and water conservation.
So here we have again coming back to the using of technology when we are especially maintaining energy optimization and water. I think we have already discussed about it a little bit, but I can tell from ESPL point of view what we are doing is most of the facilities wherever we are maintaining, we do connect most of the energy meters. For example, my office, which is located in Manyata Tech Park, all our energy meters are connected to IoT devices. These IoT devices tells me how much energy is consumed on particular day. There is a pattern which is developed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday like that, and then Saturday, Sunday like that. There is a pattern which is automatically generated through the technology, the platform, EMS platform, which we use. So this gives me an optimization levels of where we can optimize the energy. So we use this tool to reduce the energy consumption and optimize it whenever there is a chance. For example, there is some event going on the downstairs, so I don't have to keep my AC air conditioning level at a high level like when there are full of people. So where I get a chance, immediately it will alert me, and then I will go and reduce the uh, temperature in the area, chiller or AHU's levels. So automatically the consumption levels are controlled here. And next comes to the utility. Also, what we have is most of the utility lines, water lines, are nowadays we have fixed digital water meters with the IoT capability. So this is again non-stop continuous monitoring of water consumption in particular line. So it gives me a pattern. In this particular wash area, how much water, how many liters daily I'm consuming, and and how much is I'm using it in a breakout area, how much you are using in a kitchen area. So this gives you a pattern. Based on this pattern, we will find a way where we can optimize our water consumption. So in ESPL, we give very high importance to both energy and water. And also we encourage our clients to uh, reduce their carbon footprint by reducing the energy, not only reducing, and also move part of their energy consumption into renewable sources.
Okay. So now, broadly, we have discussed AI, we have discussed IoT, we have discussed renewability. So now, let us discuss what you think is the future of facility management, and especially because you have all the experience you do, and especially concerning technology integration
Yeah.
into facility management industry, and also how do you all prepare for these trends, how do you all stay on top of things, because today speed is everything, like
Right.
in
Right.
the tech. So how do you all make sure that you all have integrated everything quickly in, and are always prepared to integrate everything into your facilities?
So here, more as the technology is growing more and more, and advanced technologies are available. So what we are looking into the future is one of the major impact I think which is going to happen is building digital twins. Digital twin is nothing but a virtual modeling where digital replica of a particular facility is created digitally.
Okay.
So you have on your platform running a digital screen wherein your facility is replicated. So before you take any action in particular point, you can try it on a digital twin and then see how it is impacting the workspace. Based on that, you can take the action. So this is going to be very, very important advancement which is going to come in future. It started in other actually in other industry it started, but I think in facility management we are still in the starting level. So to create a digital twin means, for example, I have a 12-story building. I will create a 12-story building digitally with all the facilities which I have here, and so it will be whatever I want to do, any experimentation or anything I want to do in optimization. First, I will do it digitally and see the effect of it, and then implement it. So this is what we call a proactive management. Using digital twins for continuous monitoring is a proactive management in the facilities. And then another second point we can discuss here is sustainability and green technologies. So sustainability, like earlier we discussed, energy optimization is one important thing. So energy optimization, in the sense, it is not bringing in a new equipment which is already optimized energy consumption, rather than retrofitting the existing equipment uh, with certain kind of equipment whereby it optimizes based on the feedback given to it. And then water and waste management is very important. Innovations in water conservation and waste reduction technologies will be another important thing to improve the sustainability of the facility operations.
That's actually, I've never heard of that. I just heard that this is now possible, like creating a digital replica. And that actually sounds so incredible because you can just feed the data to the machine and it can also tell you all the
Yes.
outcomes, all
Right.
the issues that may arise. So, wow, I mean, and y'all are always like on your toes. So, y'all are, as you said, proactive in
Yes.
like integrating it. So,
Right.
y'all are prepared already. Okay.
Yes.
So, at the same time, now that we've pushed past this, let's discuss how y'all focus on your employees and how y'all prioritize enhancing the employee experience within your facilities and how you manage employees, because of course y'all will have a lot of employees who always have to stay on their toes, always have to work on a schedule because of, like, y'all, your priority is efficiency. How do y'all
Yeah.
manage this?
So we have different kind of programs for the employees, because like you said, these are employees also, to maintain these things. This is a little bit stressful work. They're always on their toes. So what we have is we have some events which we conduct, like facility weeks, and then rewards and recognition, and also enhancement by learning and development. All these things is parallelly working. Our HR department takes care of learning and development, and then the facility management group within our facility will take care of these events, conducting some games, sometimes and reward, and continuously we have rewards and recognition programs where every month a particular employee is selected, and he or she will be given the employee of the week or employee of the month. And also we give them a lot of other um, what you can say is relaxing techniques, like conducting yoga, conducting like we have sometimes we have cycling within the facility, and all that kind of thing, so that the stress is relieved.
All right. So, from what I understand, you'll create engagement, constant
Engagement.
engagement with your employees, you'll incentivize them, and you'll come with a very holistic approach where you also make sure their mental health and physical health is at
Yeah.
par.
Right.
Okay. So basically, y'all are constantly R&Ding that as well. So okay.
Right.
So, this brings me to my last questions. Y'all run this massive enterprise which has all of these different like cogs working like a very big machine, at the same time. So definitely you all face challenges.
Right.
So can you actually talk to us about some of your challenges and what difficulties you all may have in implementing those challenges and those advanced technologies in your facility, and how you all overcome that?
So the challenges are both, I can say, in terms of monetary um, terms. You can say the technology doesn't come at a very low cost. Any advanced technology, say for example, if you want to create a digital tin, it costs a lot of amount. So this is a basic challenge which we do face. So it all depends. So as the we are moving ahead, and people realize that. When we spend on something, we are getting return for that. So the return on investment is always calculated and presented to the client and present to the customers. So based on their budgets, they take this thing. So the challenge of monetary terms is overcome here, but it is not 100%. It's always a facility management is still not reached a level where there's a lot of money is being put into uh, secure these facilities or maintain these facilities. So this costing, you can say, is one of the major challenge. And the second challenge we face is skilled manpower and training them. The manpower, in certain areas, apart from the technical side, other sides, especially when you are going into housekeeping side, they are not very well trained. So there are techniques where they have to adopt so that the things are done quickly and that with the minimum manpower. And then with introduction of these app based monitoring, app based logbooks and all those things, so it becomes a big challenge when, because you don't get that educated levels in that particular level of employment. So the training of we overcome this by adopting the training schedules. We do have training facilities within our campus in different regions where the new people are continuously trying to adjust to this particular this thing. And then this adaptability of once in India, I can say, is especially with mobile, is very fast for the people. So even if they are not educated, using mobiles is no a big thing in India. So
Hmm.
we are able to come over those challenges by training as well as continuous support with learning and development.
So you all also integrate technology into your labor training as well.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay, so this is all like something that you are in charge of, and you plan and you decide and you know
yes.
how
Right,
to
right.
approve.
So technology part, I am in charge. Technology part as well as a specialist service group is majorly into supporting the operations. We don't are directly involved in the operations, but we are the backbone for the supporting both with the technology as well as we have subject matter experts in the sense starting from soft services, horticulture, mechanical and electrical, water management. All those experts are in specialist service group. So these operations, which we pan across all 11 states or 12 states in India. So every day we will have challenges. So subject matter experts in this specialist service group, we support them. And then technology implementation, training, implementation, and whatever kind of technology, what client want, all those things are completely taken by care by the specialist service group.
So would it be right for me to say that your tasks are mainly strategizing solutions and innovations
Right. That's correct.
and integration, basically, of all of that
Right.
into
Yes. Right.
it?
And also, we do conduct audits. Once we implement those things, we don't just leave it. We make sure they are implemented properly as per SOPs, and then our team continuously audit those facilities also.
So, may I then ask a question? Because this was my last question, but now I'm curious, so I'm going to ask you a question. So, how long would it take for you to actually understand that this is a system that is working for our company, or no, this is not working, we should try something else?
See, there is a system called, see, whenever and I'm taking over a new facility, So there is a phase which is called transition. So in this phase, what the team does is we study the existing systems working in that particular facility, and then based on our experience and exposure to different, more or less, we are covering most of the kind of facilities. So we do have a lot of background in particular. For example, some new warehouse has come. We do maintain warehouses for some of the big e-commerce giants. So we do have in-house capability and in-house understanding of that. So that particular person will make sure that the transition takes place smoothly.
So, thank you for talking to us today. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. I have to say that it has been a very educative conversation today. It has been very interesting to know how IT parks in India are run, managed, how much work goes into it. Even there are government initiatives involved there, and at the same time, you all are actually making sure that you all are creating the maximum efficiency, and
Yes,
at the same time for the for the optimum output, and then
right,
you all are being uh, putting an effort into conservation in it at the same time. So it's very nice to know now when I'm going to walk into an IT park tomorrow, or whenever I'm going to look and say, oh, you know what, this is something that
right.
actually has a lot of more effort that goes into it than I have ever considered. So
Yes.
thank you so much. It has been a
Thank you very much.
very insightful conversation, and great work. You all are doing some great work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for tuning into PropTech Buzz.